Hello everybody, and welcome back to Encounter Roleplay. My name is Will, I'm a D&D sex icon, and we have no friends other than ourselves to play D&D with today because everyone has abandoned us and we're here lonely without viewers. So it's not really a viewer game, it's more just a game, I guess, of the Order. So let's go around us lonely few who are here today to game together and remind ourselves of who we are and who we're playing tonight. We have Susanna Grace in the Lonely DMC tonight. Susie, how's it going?
I'm feeling abandoned, if I'm honest, Will. I'm feeling rejected.
Yeah.
No. But excited for the game. It's going to be fun, I promise.
Yes, I've heard tell that we have something fun in store today, so looking forward to that. We have Doxy back with us tonight. Doxy, how's it going tonight?
Oh, it's going super well. How are you doing, Christmas boyfriend?
I'm well.
Chat, vote yay if Will looks like your Christmas boyfriend that you bring home for the holidays. Do it. Just vote yay. Vote yay.
Got an English accent.
Anyway,
like
yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah.
I can't wait to play tonight. A cast game. This will be interesting.
Yeah, definitely. Great stuff. And well, unfortunately, we have Chris back with us tonight. Chris, how's it going?
It was going great till Doxy showed up, man.
Yeah, right. Did you know that last week we got in another guy called Chris?
I didn't know that, but
Just to
I
replace
completely
him, yeah.
understand. I understand completely. I would have done the same.
It makes sense. Well, remind us, it's been a couple of weeks. Who are you going to be playing tonight?
I'm going to be playing Darak, the Dwarven Cleric in a Dress, as always.
Fantastic. As myself, I'll be playing Finbar, the half-elf bard, who is a terrible person. And last week, said some terrible things, and we did some awful, terrible things to a bunch of grannies. And we set them aflame, and one of them was named after Madame Gandalf's actual grandma, which was pretty traumatic.
Two of them were named after her grandma.
Pretty eerie. But that's roleplay. So before we get into today's game, I'll remind you guys of a couple of things. The first of which is we're sponsored today by FancyGrounds.com, our virtual tabletop of choice. Go along, download the demo version for free. It's on Steam as well, so go and download it there. It's great stuff. WhalerGames.co.uk is a go-to destination for tabletop board games, war games, and more, up to 20% off the retail value. And then TabletopLoot.com is a place to go to get all of your dice needs. They give away some dice every single game here on the channel, so stick around to the end to be in for a chance to win some dice in time for that holiday season when you bring me home to see your family. Of course, here is the tweet for you guys as well. 20 retweets. You guys get to decide something which happens next in our campaign. And of course, you can donate to affect the game as well by giving players nat 1s, nat 20s, wild magic surges, and so much worse. Let's see. I think that's all of my stuff out of the way. So, Susie, do you want to remind us a little bit about the traumatic events that happened last week and take us into tonight's episode of The Order?
Yes, my therapist says I should relive my past traumas to help, get rid of them. So, last week, the capable, put that in quotes, hunters of the Order were sent out to retrieve two missing hunters, Gransel and Hettel, a famous pair of siblings known for their extremely great skills at killing witches and navigation, as Bryn excitedly told the group many times. What was it, like the forefathers of French rolls was one of them?
Yeah, the pioneers of Pumpernickel. Yeah, I don't remember the rest of them because they were just off the top, baby. That's how I roll. It concerns
me how easy that was for you to come up with.
I love that at the beginning of this show, you were like trying to hide the films you were ripping off, and now it's like, yeah, Gransel and Hettel.
Yeah. Try and be so, but that's just all went out the window. I saw the cast and went, yeah, nah. It's gone. So, after a 2-day journey to the land of Farovia, the party arrived to meet a very unique old lady with a very niche ability. A superhuman granny, if you will. A granny gifted with the gift of far-centeredness. At 3 meters, she could tell you exactly what that smell was and where it was coming from, and they used that ability to their advantage.
I'm so upset I missed this.
It was really good.
Very upsetting.
Following a trail of absolute heresy underwear, the party found a cottage in the woods that was inhabited by 3 hags, called, what were they fucking called? Betty, Florence, and Muriel, otherwise known as Madame Gandalf's grandmother. There was a big fight in which Madame Gandalf, like, convinced one of them to just walk into the fire. Another one was sort of poked into the fire. It was horrible. A horrible, horrible murder took place, and these lot reveled in it. And it turned out that Gransel and Hettel were actually dead because you found their gingerbread halves in the hut on the floor. This week, we open in a scene all in black and white. We focus on a peasant man carrying a torch, and he seems rather disgruntled at something. As we zoom out, we see he's accompanied by a veritable mob of others, all carrying similar torches, as well as ramshackle weaponry. There's a sickle here, a pitchfork there, a basic wooden club. As they begin to smash down the gate to a large and decrepit-looking castle, our view shifts to a lit window high up in a tower, looking down over the scene. We see a man wearing a white doctor's coat, and he's looking down very worriedly at the encroaching mob. His attention, however, is drawn by a handsome man wearing a dark cloak, long black dark cloak. They share tense words and seem to have an argument over a large figure which is laid upon a slab with electrodes and wires sticking out of it and a big sheet covering it. The man in the cloak lunges at the doctor with unnatural speed, but the doctor manages to quickly pull up a blade and ram it into the heart of the man in the cloak. There's a moment of shock and silence before the doctor looks up in horror to see that the cloak man's smiling, the blade sunk deep into his chest. He begins to scream as the figure steps closer, the blade burrowing deeper and deeper into his chest. "You can't kill me, Victor. I'm already dead," is the last thing he hears. And we cut to you guys. You have traveled the remaining day from Farovia to the land of Bransylvania. It has been... It's been a Stop it.
Feels like it hasn't been quite long enough.
Oh, it's been a cold journey as the terrain has gone from a sort of like damp Middle Eastern vibe to a snowy mountainous Middle Eastern vibe. And you found yourself in a town
square.
Love the
vibe of these mountains.
So Middle Eastern.
It's like Romanian-esque, if Romania was a place. Romania.
Romania.
You find yourself in a town square, which is completely just mud, and very much like the town square in Farovia, but there's no stakes this time. But I meant Eastern European, not Middle Eastern. My bad. Y'all know what I meant. Just shut up.
Sure we did.
Yep. As you arrive into the square, you see that, like, everyone is here from the village. They're all gathered in the square, and they're all kind of staring at you suspiciously. And you see they're all carrying, like, ramshackle weaponry, and they all glare at you suspiciously as you enter town. What would you like to do?
These people are glaring at us suspiciously. I don't like it.
They certainly are. Last I remember, we were here to kill some lich. So maybe we should see if they are either working with him or know where he is.
Lead the way.
All right. Peasants and assembled smelly people. I am Finbar the Bard. This is Bryn, and this is Darak. And
Howdy.
we're kind of a big deal.
We're very big on the internet.
Really big in Japan.
Japan.
It's a real place. 3 days away. It's amazing.
It's an
British
island.
ride, and everyone knows me.
As you say this, you look across these faces, and there is no sort of recognition or sort of friendliness to be seen. There is very harsh, very distrustful faces. But you hear a voice coming from a man as he steps out from the crowd. He's wearing a tattered top hat and a very crappy, dirty-looking suit with a wilted sort of like yellowed lace necktie. And he steps forward, and he seems to have some sort of unit like measuring stick. And his hands are dirty, and he's got horrible long nails. His hair hangs down like dirty blonde, and he goes, "Welcome to Transylvania, strangers." And he walks up, and he seems to be measuring you.
No.
You hear him say, like,
What are you measuring me with? I can tell you my height right now. And girth, if necessary. But we're here to find a lich who is probably trying to take over Transylvania and then the world.
As you say that, you kind of hear everybody go and take a step back. And as they do, you hear footsteps on wood. And behind you, you hear a female voice say, "You, turn around."
I turn around.
I turn around.
All right. And you see
Swivel my head 108 degrees. Like an owl.
Is that where we're at tonight? Is that?
That's the baseline.
It's a cast game, Susie. Get ready.
Okay, you see a woman with long brown hair that's curled, and she seems quite pretty, unusually pretty for this kind of place. This place full of filthy peasants, like people have lived on turnips their entire lives, you know, full of Borises and those kind of people. And she's dressed quite finely with a...
It's like the North, yeah.
Whoa,
Hey.
whoa.
And you see she's wearing this very fine, like, red velvet jacket and lovely boots. And she says, hunters, your reputation precedes you.
I should bloody well hope so.
It's quite the reputation. In many places I am infamous.
And you
I've heard
are?
of you.
Yeah, who the hell are you?
You're not famous. We don't know who you are.
Your reputation has not preceded you. Not preceded you. Preceded. Has not preceded you.
She seems to just sort of like... She says, I am Hannah Hilarious.
It's true.
Hilarious by name, hilarious
It's
by
quite
name.
funny. Anna Hilarious. Is that some kind of stage name?
No, it is my family's name. I am daughter of Doris.
I was giving you an easy way out there. The verbal olive branch. All right. Well, Anna Hilarious.
What's the etymology of that name? I'd like to know where that comes from.
Cute. Oh my god, no. I'm sorry, excuse me.
We go.
And why have you come here?
Let's start
Well-
small.
Right.
We've come here for lodging first.
Lodgings? Why? Why are you here?
Because we're going to be very tired after we slay whatever hideous monster lurks these mountains.
You're here for the Count.
The monster's got a name. I like this.
Sure. The Count, yes.
Right.
Expressly here for the Count.
Some kind of mathematic genius or something? Why is he
13
called that?
generations of my
Sorry,
family
no.
have not been able to kill the Count. What makes you think you could do that?
Our reputation precedes us, as you said.
Also, I mean, I'm not, strictly onto having to kill him. Also into, joining his side or, doing anything that, I'm not really bound by any kind of moral or ethical code when it comes to this guy. So we just want to have a chat with him first, and then if he's up to no good, then we'll try and kill him.
We'll take his head.
Oh, his head will do.
Yeah.
Head usually gets the job done, I found.
Typically.
Traditionally.
Well, unfortunately for you, the Count does not take visitors.
Okay.
You friends with this Count fella?
Yeah, you guys. I mean, are you, dating your boyfriend, or are you in a more kind of single situation?
She like spits on the ground, and then you hear her like mutter a curse. No. My family has sworn to kill the Count, but we cannot find him.
That's not very
And it is my duty.
How do you know that he's there, then, if you can't find him, and for 13 generations you haven't found him?
Because he raids our town and our villages.
So you've seen him?
I have not seen him, I have seen his brides.
Okay. So wait,
you've
he
seen
raids your town, or the bride?
So how do you know it's him? They say Count was here or something.
He is the only one with the power to make these brides.
Right, but how do you know that? Because you don't even know if he's real or alive. Because you've never seen him.
I know he is real.
How?
Historical documents in my castle prove he is real. The oath my family took to never rest nor enter heaven until he is dead is real.
So tell us more about this castle. Yeah, this castle.
Gonna have to dispute that one, but castles are nice, yes, or for walking into.
Come with me. And she leads you away from the village and into her personal carriage up to the castle, which is like 2 hours away from the village. Everybody,
I got us lodging in a castle, Finbar.
I do like castles. I'll admit it. Castles are very hot right now.
Very much regarded with suspicion by the townsfolk as you enter this carriage, and you hear them whisper like, "What's she doing? Like, taking these weirdos to her castle? Like, well, that's Hannah." They're being horrible bitches, basically. But before long, you arrive at her castle, and it's like a large, very typical castle-esque, big stone parapets, towers, all that shit. But it's very run down, as if it's been running on absolute minimal staff for a long, long time. Like parts of the walls have crumbled away, and the interior decor is like faded, and the half the torches aren't lit, that kind of thing, as if like there's nobody really here. And she leads you through to the large study, like a huge library in here. And the walls are lined with bookcases with all sorts of manner of books and tomes, bound in leather and otherwise. And there's one it's also like a library sort of armory. And you see like stands of armor, and there's weapons, there's swords, maces, axes, bows, crossbows, whatever you can imagine is in this room, and it all looks incredibly well kept and polished to an immaculate sheen. And on the largest wall is a huge, huge map of Transylvania.
All right, so
every time you say Transylvania,
not gonna stick pins in places you've searched, or what's going on here?
She sort of
Wait,
just
what
vaguely
areas can we rule out?
She gestures to her and she says, my father studied this map all his life, and he could never find the Count's hiding place. I too have spent many years poring over every inch of this place, and I have not found him.
All right, so he's outside of Transylvania, maybe.
Yeah, have you thought about maybe he's not here anymore? Maybe he went somewhere.
Or he moves?
Could have moved house. Like a summer house.
Perhaps so, but there aren't... Well, I am the last of my line. We have been
You should
dwindling...
get to work on that, really.
I can help if you need.
Have you met Finbar?
The grip on... she has a sword on her belt, and the grip on the handle just tightens. And you hear the leather squeak as you, like, mention, perhaps you should have some babies. And she's like, motherfucker. I have had other things on my mind than spitting out brats.
That seems negligent.
And it seems like you have a very poor idea of how birth works as well. There's no spitting out.
Wrong end.
I am a warrior, not a mother.
Right. Oh, definitely. Totally different matter. Well, anyway, so he's not here, clearly, because if you had spent all of your life looking here, then it's not like we're just going to turn up and find him straight away, is it?
No.
So he's somewhere else. Have you looked anywhere else? Just been here.
I have never left my land.
Okay. Are you seeing how maybe this is the cause of your problem?
He is
You
here.
convinced yourself he has to be here, but really, he could be anywhere else in the world doing this.
The curse that plagues him binds him to this land.
Again,
Okay, that's
this is
good
based on
information.
A
That's
book
good to
you
know.
read once.
All right, tell us more about this curse.
You don't know about him? I thought you were here to kill him. I thought you knew all about him.
Yeah,
It's a
we're
literal-
here to kill
We
him.
rock up with a vague idea that we're going to kill someone, and like 2 to 3 hours later, it's done. Like we don't really
No,
sweat
you just
the
want
specifics.
to know what you know. She starts like putting her hands over Derek's mouth. We're just quizzing you. We need to know
I
you're
do.
serious.
Minimal research.
Tell me what you know. And
We
I'll
have.
fill in the rest.
We've told you literally everything.
That's
we know.
everything.
Nope,
Is
he's
that
a
it?
count. We know that there's a curse that binds him to this land. We know that he
You're just-
raids this village.
You're just
Um,
repeating things that she's told us at this point.
I cover his mouth again. Also, he's ugly and allergic to spinach. That's what we've got.
Your hand is
This
very
is-
sticky.
Who told you he
Yeah,
was a
that's
lich?
the scent of kills, Derek.
I remember you saying you came here to kill a lich. The Count is not a lich. Who told you that?
The Huntress. We've sort of got this on and off thing going on. It's very complex. Only
It's
I'm
a lot
really
of
aware
sexual
of it.
tension.
Who is this Huntress?
Couldn't tell you. She lives about 3 hours away, though.
Yeah. Literally only met her once.
Or 3 days away, rather.
It's all the same.
All the same, really, isn't it?
She turns to you and says, he is no lich. He's a vampire.
That's
Okay.
better than a lich. Worse. Different to a lich.
They're really easier
Solid.
to kill, probably.
Yeah. Big steak, heart, job done.
So
We've
we've
tried
been told.
everything. It does not
Yeah,
You haven't
he's-
found him. You haven't found him, you said. So have you tried anything?
My ancestors did. But they could not kill him.
Okay, well, we were told that there are armies on the move and he's going to take over the world and stuff. Are there any signs that the attacks have been getting worse lately?
All right,
Yes.
listen, lady. I didn't want it to come to this, but your little bitty count problem is just the beginning. All right? It's just the beginning. We have a big badass guy. I didn't want to talk about it, but here we are talking about it. He controls your vampire man. We have to kill your vampire man so that we can get to our big badass problem.
Right.
Your life's
And
work
the
is
way-
adorable,
Yeah.
by the way.
It's very important,
But-
I'm sure.
We're here to kind of pick up
Very
where
s-
you've been
very small
slacking
scale.
off.
She has a look on her face like everything she's known has just crumbled around her. And now she says, so my brother died for nothing?
I don't want to say that.
Tell you
The
what, you
life is
can
a
get the
lie.
killing blow on this guy. We'll bring you with us.
We are just pawns.
Yes, I mean, termites or
Essentially.
ants,
Yeah.
It's not
But
like
it's
your
okay,
whole
we
life
sent
is
you a
life.
couple
Most of it.
queens, so you're good.
Points.
Horns was more accurate, but yeah.
I mean, here's how I see this going. Is you said that he has brides. I think it's best that we capture one of them in the next raid, grab her, talk to her, find out where the count is. Have you ever done that before?
We tried, but they're too strong.
Well,
Bryn laughs and starts
Yeah.
popping
that really is-
arrowheads off of her arrows and sharpening the wooden part.
that
But
really
you
is
were,
quite
you were
sweet.
right when you said that the raids may have been getting more frequent and more dangerous.
Is there a
Usually,
pattern
Well-
to these? Do you know when to expect the next one?
I'm gonna
Maybe
guess
one
they
like
happen at
tonight.
usually at night and when there is a storm, yes. And
Is
Well,
there a
let's-
storm coming?
Storm clouds.
The thunder rumbles in the distance.
Suddenly a flash of lightning.
it's 11 o'clock in the morning. What?
I've been to Leeds
All
at
right.
storms at 11 o'clock in the morning.
All right,
That's
Ms.
just the drunks leaving the
Hilarious.
pub.
Here's what
There it
I
is.
would like for you to do. I would like you to gather up the townsfolk, bring them to this castle, and fortify. You and us, we will go out into the open, bait this bride, and capture her. That's my
Yep.
plan.
Yep, capture her, ask her where the count is. She'll be like, oh, he's here this whole time, you idiots. How come you didn't look there? And then we'll go there and we'll kill him, and then we'll find out what the real problem is. Sort of, we'll
Don't
get this
feel
bash
bad.
this out in. We'll finish this in about 2 hours. And,
Is he like
and
a
then.
main bitch?
Right. Like a,
Or are they
or are
all
they mostly
equal?
sort of side hosts?
Is it like a rotating cycle of bitches, or is
Is it
it
a
like...
sister wives situation, or is there kind of a
Harem.
hierarchy there?
If, in the rare occasion, a bride is killed by the townsfolk, then, sure enough, another girl from the village disappears. And then she comes back a few weeks later with sharp teeth and claws.
Well, that's another line that we could take, I suppose.
So you
Is
keep
once we've
that
captured her, if she doesn't give in the information, then we'll kill that bride, and then wait for another girl to get taken and follow her.
Perfect. I see no problems with that plan.
Let's
I mean-
find a young, pretty girl in this area and wait for her to be abducted.
Hi.
Bryn, yes, but you're kind of
Fierce.
plan B. You know, I don't, I don't like the idea that I'd have to find unless I look towards this girl. I mean, sort of could be C, and then if B dies, you could be B again.
I would rather throw myself from a parapet, thank you.
Take that as a yes. So, Bryn, if you're down for it, sure.
I could absolutely bait this dude. Definitely.
Or we could dress Finbar up like a woman.
I like that.
I like where
like
you're going.
Because we know it's been a
And
while.
we-
Finbar. You know,
It's true, but you're the one
You've
wearing
been
the
taken
dress.
straight to the den of the brides.
you can borrow my dress if you'd like.
That's true. I mean, it would
It's got
lead me
some-
to several brides.
got
And
At
some
this
red
point,
on it.
Hannah sort
Not
of turns to
threatening.
look at Bryn and Finbar and says, Bryn, my clothes may not fit you, but Finbar, maybe.
well, I mean, I'm
Finn
more than
Ryan,
happy
right.
to infiltrate this this den of women and pretend to be one of them for as much as it. Yeah, sounds good to me. I mean, especially if I look non-threatening,
why.
they're more likely to take their clothes off.
You definitely look non-threatening.
Bryn takes a couple of her arrowheads that
Bridal
were
bride.
fashioned from bone and sticks them on Finbar's canines. It's just like, maybe you don't have to get captured at all. Maybe you could just follow them back and convince them that you've been one of them the whole time.
women do find it difficult to resist me. So I believe that I could make them believe anything that I said.
Yes, I like this plan.
First things first, we've got to get into a fight so we can find his first bride. And then I'm going to have to ask her a lot of very personal questions. To be details.
Hannah
So I know
says,
what I'm doing.
I think I know what will work to draw them out. They're after me.
Well, why didn't you
And the
say
last-
that?
I am the last of the line. If they can destroy me, then Vladislav will go unimpeded.
So you're
He
saying
will
we
be
need
free
to
to
kill
do
you?
whatever he wants.
So if you were to die, then he'd sort of come out of hiding.
It's a very noble offer.
No,
I mean, that's brave.
no, that is not
You
what
do
I
it,
am
sir.
offering at all. Because I will be the one to drive the stake through his heart.
Can't do that if you're dead.
Well, if you were dead, how would...
I will not be dying. But
I'm confused by your plan, frankly.
if I were to act as bait to draw out his brides, he will not come himself, but he will send his brides.
What if mock funeral?
Mock funeral.
I like it.
Well,
Funerals are always a good
Miss
place to pick up
Hilarious
girls.
here. But, you know, we hold a funeral for her, pretend
Yep.
she's dead. The brides see it.
Ooh,
This dude
I
comes
like that.
out.
Yeah. Oh, no, yeah. Chicks love a good funeral. Really good place to meet them.
Wait, so I'm
One of my
so-
top three
sorry,
meet-up spots is a
I'm
funeral.
confused here. Am I going
Sometimes
to be
I-
dead here, or are we
No,
still
no.
dressing in
Not
Finland?
Well,
dead. You
basic.
just make
Not
them
actually
think
dead.
you're dead.
oh,
It's
keep
really
up.
quite simple.
So I'm going to pretend to be dead.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
No. We
That
hold a
won't work. They
funeral.
want to kill me. They don't want to look at my dead body. They want to rip my throat out and drink my blood.
Okay, not a funeral then. Your
Okay.
wedding.
Why?
Perfect.
Because
you
you're
will
the last of your
falsely
line.
marry Finbar.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
What?
we'll give you
I-
a red to belly.
And
I
I
have
am the most
reservations.
fertile man.
I have
11.
reservations.
He could get you pregnant just by you standing quite close to him, actually.
You're actually
That's
in
exactly
danger.
why
Danger close.
I always
is how
have my diaphragm in when he's around.
Yeah.
And I mean, don't worry, I've given birth like 300 times and it's dead easy.
What?
But
Yeah.
I'm not
So
really-
that's the plan we'll go with. Fake wedding. Because goodness knows I do not want to be married again.
They will raid the wedding if they're trying to
Yep.
kill you. You'll be so vulnerable trying to
Classic
have
wedding.
a happy life. All the town will be there so they can cause their ruckus or whatever. It's perfect.
Yep. They don't want more lying because you're the last of your line. So if they kill you before you can have children, they're gonna definitely turn up.
I literally see no problems with this plan.
So I'm thinking
Frankly,
colours.
you're wrong with it. I think you're possibly on
Blue
their
and gold.
side.
Like a nice autumnal palette. Colour scheme wise.
Blue and gold's nice.
Yeah. Classy.
Mm,
Goes great with crimson.
yes.
What?
Alright, what was your name again?
Hannah.
Oh yes, Hannah. Alright, well
Kind of
Hannah.
hilarious.
Hilarious. Let's go off. Start this wedding, and you know, if we can just bash it out in a couple of hours, maybe get it done tonight.
I assume, Finbar, you won't be taking her name.
Oh no, no, no.
Hannah the Bard from now on.
Fine.
All right, great. I have never been a maid of honor before, but let's go get your hair done. And Finbar and Derek, if you would like to go and gather the townspeople.
I think
Let's
it's
get
stag
Mark.
do time. Stag do.
Oh,
Stag
okay.
do
So you know we have to do the stag do. So
Stag do!
you take Hannah by the elbow, and she seems very not into this, but you drag her off to get her hair and makeup done. Derek, you're dragging Finbar out on the town. What is the plan?
I mean, Darak doesn't drink, So Finbar's going to drink twice from every drink he has, because that's how it works. We're gonna gather a posse of sullen townfolk, and we're going to drink until they think Finbar's attractive.
All right.
I'm an objectionably good-looking man, Derek. I mean,
They don't
come
believe
on.
that. You saw the way they were
All
looking
right.
at you.
Well, they are quite sullen, I guess. And
Jealousy.
I haven't eaten many turnips, so
Exactly.
we'll get them drunk, and then I'll
So they don't
say,
even need turnips.
yeah, at a point in the night when we're all quite drunk enough, I will say, and I am going to marry Hannah
Hilarious.
Hilarious. Hannah Hilarious.
I heard she's already up the duff. He's a big, strapping young man.
I can confirm.
Okay, so you head
She was
out.
standing very close to me. I told her.
You find the most sullen pricks you can in this whole town, and you ply them with alcohol. And they seem to be very distrusting of you at first, but as the drinks keep flowing, as the vodka and schnapps is flowing, they warm up to you. And before long, it's one in Eastern Europe. I don't know. I'm sorry if you're from Eastern Europe. It's fantasy Eastern Europe. And now, after a while, they're all cheering and singing. One of them's dancing on a table. It's quite the show. And you make your declaration. I would like you both to roll me perception checks.
Oh god.
I will also note, Susie, that we do have a viewer decision at this point as well.
Oh boy.
Perception, you say?
Mm-hmm.
How does an 8 treat you?
17.
Okay, viewer decision. Oh boy. How should Finbar find himself on the morning after his stag do?
Yeah.
I love it. Oh my god.
Susie, is this how you saw this game going?
Nope.
I will say that the last time that something like this happened, Finbar woke up in a shed filled with pigs, and there was, but the pig was wearing a dress, and he had married the pig. Happened before.
Classic
All right,
chat.
let's get really fucking drunk, and that's all. I mean, that Hannah, right? She needs a man, doesn't she, fellas? I mean, she's the last of her line.
Yeah, they were fucking shit anyway.
Right, because they spent 13 generations trying to find someone who's probably not even here.
They just keep
Probably doesn't
fucking
exist in the
dying.
first place.
Honest to God, I can't keep track of them. There's fucking Boris one day, Doris the next, then there's fucking Falcon, and now we've got Hannah, and I just fucking know.
You know where the last name came from, because she wasn't very fucking funny.
I don't know. No idea.
Maybe
Shit
it's
last name
maybe
though.
it's a cruel
I'd change
joke.
it.
I'd change
I'd
it.
change
Well, she's
it.
gonna be Hannah the Bard from tomorrow. Is it the Bard? Is that your full last name, Finbar, or is it just Bard?
Yes, it is
The
Bard. Yes, Finbar the Bard.
Bard.
Middle name is Half Elf. Finbar Half Elf the Bard. Doesn't make a lot of sense, so I have to change it.
So after a lot of drinking and celebration, we cut to Bryn, who is doing up Hannah, getting her ready, having a little hen do, a bachelorette party, as it were. What's Bryn doing right now?
Well, I know when I want to celebrate, I like to go and kill. I like to hunt aberrations. So we're gonna get y'all pretty, and we're gonna go hunt maybe some, I don't know, mind flayers. Let's go. You ready? Where do the aberrations live around here?
I don't know, but that sounds much better than getting married.
My players have all got little, like, plastic penises on the end of the tentacles because it's a Hindu.
On the arrows, the arrows.
The arrows are all dicks.
We could go naked. I like. What do you? I hang out with animals, dude.
Well, usually in Pennsylvania, the night of the day before a girl's wedding is usually quite a solemn affair for the girl, because she usually is being married to some sort of Ivan or Boris, and it's usually not fun for her. So I don't.
No, we're gonna go kill a giant eyeball in the sky. Let's go.
That sounds fucking cool. Yes, let's go. Let's go hunt something. I don't want to think about what's going to happen tomorrow, even though it's fake. I don't. I hope it's fake.
Finbar's not all bad. He is all bad, but he's handsome. Good singer. He makes incredible underwear. That's what we'll do. Let's go hunting. And she pulls out an extra set of Absolute Heresy and hands them to her. Perfect. Yes.
What?
This and your
What
best
are
verse.
these?
Let's go. Aren't they beautiful?
These are, wow, they're exquisite.
You know what? Keep those. You can. I've got a collection. Those are for you.
She just like puts them on,
Happy
so
wedding.
she like just full on strips off, puts the new stuff on. Let's go.
Yeah! Bryn like tears off her clothes and she's just like, let's do this!
So you two are just like, woo! In their underwear, she grabs
Make it
a
happen, let's
crossbow and a sword, and you two just run out into the wilderness in your underwear to go hunt something.
I put a little bra on Marzipan too. He's a boy, but he's invited.
He loves it. He loves it. He's thankful for the support. As you put it on, he's like,
Super liberating for me.
No more shoulder ache after a run, you know?
the girls are contained, you know? So you two head out into the dark, trying to find something to hunt and kill. And before long, you find it. It's like this horrific, like weird floating eyeball thing, but it doesn't look great. It looks a bit shit. like it's maybe on its last legs, so you could easily take it. And Hannah like reaches into the waistband of her underwear. She pulls out a flask that she'd been hiding in there, takes a deep drink from it, hands it to you, and then just runs off at this monster, just screaming and flailing in the dark.
I'll make a big show out of looking like I'm trying to hit it, but not actually trying to hit it.
Mm-hmm.
So that she feels extra badass.
Yeah, and you can see she's definitely working something out as she's just laying into this thing, just cleaving it to pieces. And you have a great night killing this thing and then hacking it to pieces, maybe taking some good stuff back with you to the castle. And she's much more relaxed now than she was when you first arrived at her castle and proposed this plan.
Best maid of honor ever.
You make your way back to the castle. She has her arms slung around your shoulders, and she's a little bit drunk. She's a little bit happy, and she's giggly, and you stumble off back up into the castle. We cut
Love it.
to the morning after. Derek, you lost Finbar somewhere.
That was the plan.
You lost him. You don't know where he went. You might have been somewhere between pin the tail on the actual donkey.
That's a good game. Derek's favourite.
Seeing how many shots you could drink out of Ivan's belly button. It was
Also
somewhere
good game.
between there that you lost Finbar. You're not entirely sure where he went.
And that's the
Finbar.
sign of a successful stag do.
You are laid somewhere comfortable and warm. And you're draped in sheets. It feels very nice. And you feel like that, like furs are on the bed. And you feel an arm wrap around you. It's larger than you might expect.
Oh, that's a large arm.
You open your eyes.
Hannah.
You roll over, and you are face to face with renowned badger rapist George Clooney.
Oh God. Not again. Not again. George.
Finbar.
What the hell's happening? What happened? How did you get here?
Fate. Nothing can keep us apart, Finbar. Our destinies are entwined.
It's not all that's entwined.
We're two sides of the same coin, Finbar. Forever spinning around one another. Yes, I may get distracted by badgers on the way, but I'll always come home to you.
I don't want to live in a world where raping badgers is okay, George.
He pulls you a little bit closer and goes, how about you try?
I've tried before, George, and we know this can't work. It will never work between us. I'm sorry for that. Truly I am. But I've got at least 6 plan Bs. And you're not one of them.
I know. But this old foolish heart can always try.
Sorry, George. It's over. I put a finger to his lips. I slip out of the bed. Taking as many badgers with me as I can.
And you see him reach out to you, and his hand closes. He pulls it to his chest and looks down sadly as you slip out of his house.
his vacation home in Bransylvania.
I run into the night.
Oh God, my actual stomach hurts so much. So, Finbag, you slip out into the night and run back to the castle. Derek, you've made your way back by now. As you're in like the main hallway, the front hallway of the castle, Finbar just throws open the door.
Finbar, why do you smell like badgers?
No reason. No reason at all. Just with some of that wine or that turnip sort of smell, sort of badgery. Badger
Very potent. Very
yes,
potent.
yes. Good night last night.
You've got a little, just here, just something.
Oh.
Just here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a sort of. Yes. Right. So I guess I'm getting fake married today.
I guess you are. I wonder what they got up to.
Yes. Have you seen Bryn or what's her name? Hannah.
Hannah, the bard.
You make your way into like a lounge sort of kind of sitting room with long sofas on it. You find Bryn and Hannah just passed out on separate sofas. Their legs and feet are absolutely filthy. Hannah's covered in like goop and blood, and they're just passed out asleep on the couch. Marzipan's in the middle on the floor wearing a tiny bra. He looks very comfortable and happy.
That's a very well supported. What is he, ferret? Never figured out what he is.
Good night.
Hannah just goes, oh, what? What? Oh. Oh. And she's like recoiling as if she's like hungover. And then she spots you, Finbar, and she goes, oh. Oh, is it the morning already?
I'm afraid so, yes.
Oh, okay. Oh, my mouth tastes terrible. Can we have more alcohol before we get married, please?
Absolutely.
Bryn wakes up and is like, beer?
Beer.
Beer?
Beer. More beer, yes? And we should... And then she looks down and she realizes she's in her underwear and she just very, like, crosses her arms and her legs. But anyway,
Nice
we
pair
should...
you're wearing there.
we
What
should
am I?
probably... we should probably get dressed, Bryn, yes? We have the...
All right, fine. Well, as long as that's absolute heresy and not absolute incest, because those two are two very different lines that I try to never cross.
She just... Hannah looks at you, Bryn, like... It is the heresy one, yes?
Yes.
Oh,
Incest not suitable for a wedding.
No. Well,
Well,
I hear
from
it
the,
shakes.
No.
No,
Well, not
not in
from the-
Pennsylvania.
Well,
no. That's
Well,
in Sting's Landing, which is 3 days from here. From the Planister family, yes. That's not our speed.
good people, some of my
Sting's
biggest
Landing.
buyers. I thought I could smell the incest from here. All right, well, we'll leave you to it for a while.
Before long, fresh drinks are brought out for everybody. She disappears and gets ready and dressed and clean. And you see her come down in this sort of really old, like half moth-eaten wedding dress. And she says, "This was my mother's. I was never going to get married, so I don't have a dress. I hate it."
On
Are you
it.
ready to-
Maid of honor on it. And I run into the town.
All right, Bryn
Go
is just
find a better
gone.
wedding dress.
There's like a Bryn-shaped hole in the wall as she is gone. The best maid of honor in the world is off. But preparations are made, and the town is set up. It's in the town square. They erect like a pagoda kind of deal, a gazebo, if you will. They go down the Morrisons and grab a cheap £10 one, pop it up. They get the local priest to come out, and he's very grumbly about there being a last second wedding and the fact that Finbar probably isn't even baptized into their faith, but Hannah pays him enough money and he shuts up. The call is put out around town to attend the royal wedding, and there's a lot of murmurs, but before long, everybody is gathered. Bryn, what does this dress look like that you have acquired for Hannah?
All right, so it used to be white, but Bryn recalls that Finbar wanted a gold and crimson palette. So
And blue.
she... and blue?
A little bit of blue.
A little bit of
A
blue.
little bit of blue? Okay, all right. So she gets the dress dyed gold. It is a silky number with some lace. It probably doesn't look that pretty. And it's a little old fashioned, but she also grabs a blue men's tie and a bodice to put over it. A red bodice to put over it.
Okay.
Like an Avril
You're
Lavigne
quite-
wedding.
Bryn, you're quite happy with what you've managed to
Oh,
source?
absolutely. She thinks it's beautiful.
But you
Never
have in
seen
fact
anything like it.
created one of the largest fashion crimes this side of the 14th century. And Hannah looks at herself in the mirror, and her eyes well up with tears, and you're sure those are happy tears. She's
Oh,
so
yeah.
happy with how she looks. And as you slip the
A magnanimous dispensation.
Oh,
Hello.
what is
That's
this?
a terrible thing is undoubtedly about to happen to my wedding. Oh man, Tweety Regner, thanks so much for the £50 donation. We go read this here. Let's see. Finbar finds and receives news that every backup and potential romantic partner of his is now dead. Only George Clooney remains. Is Bryn and Ari dead now too?
We will get
Is
to that.
Barak dead?
Everyone's dead except George Clooney.
Oh my
Dead.
We will get to that. As you slip the blue tie over her head and down her neck, and you push it up nice and tight on her throat, she just softly goes, "Thanks, Bryn."
I told you I was on it.
You are the best maid of honor a girl could have asked for. But before long, you make your way back down to the town square, and three of the guys that you two were drinking with last night are there with like an accordion, a little drum, and this flute, and they do a horrific rendition of a wedding march as Hannah and Bryn draw close. By this point, Finbar and Derek, you've been posted up near the altar, getting ready for this ceremony.
What's the priest like? Is he a good priest? Derek would know.
He's Father Tuck.
I don't
Prior
want you to
to
be a
even-
real priest. Because I don't want this stuff wanting to actually be real.
He says, I thought this was a real wedding. I was
What on
summoned.
earth made you think that?
I was told it was a real wedding.
That
told
would
you
make
that?
you think that. Who told you that?
The Princess Anna told me that when the
She
wedding
knows
was
it's-
being planned.
She's
She
deeply
knows it's not
confused. She said,
Well,
right.
if then why am I brought here?
Good question. I mean,
Very good.
just say a couple of words, but let's not make it official, right?
Just drag it out. Drag it out.
Really sort of, yeah.
There's an old. Just drag it out.
Slower the better.
All right.
Do
Gotcha.
you want me to do it, Emma?
Oh yeah, you're not a real priest. Yeah, in fact, you're fired. Darak will do it.
Excellent.
Okay, I'll be in the pub. And then he just walks off. So, Derek, you take over and take the place of the priest. I hope you are ready.
I'm ready.
As the band strikes up even louder, Bryn, you walk Hannah down the aisle. You're beaming ear to ear and smiling and nodding at the townsfolk, and Hannah's just kind of like, and she's always kind of like looking at the sky, just keeping
Says
an eye out.
Darak, no pressure, but if you don't mess this up, I'll be very upset.
Oh, I've got this. Don't worry. Don't worry. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll let's perform the traditional wedding ceremony of my people. Take our book. Marriage is what brings us together today. Marriage, that blessed arrangement, that dream within a dream. How am I doing? How am I doing? Emma.
What? Dream? I got lost in the moment there. It was just
It's beautiful. It's a really beautiful ceremony.
so emotional.
Love, true love, will follow you forever. So treasure your love. Have you the ring, Darak? Darak and Darak. Emma, have you the ring?
The ring? Oh yes, I do. And I bring out a ring. He has many that he carries on his person.
It's a finger ring, right?
Yeah.
You just gotta check.
Oh, I've got plenty of different kinds. I mean, it's larger ones, smaller ones, bigger rings, cock rings.
There it is.
Whatever ring we need. I lay out a selection.
We could really do with like an attack at this point because we're getting quite close to that bit now. Frankly.
I look around nervously. This would be so bad if someone were to stop us from being married.
Yeah, I'm completely off my guard right now. This beautiful wedding. Just
I'm not
not
ready
at
at
all
all.
prepared for an attack.
The rest of the ceremony just isn't here in the book. We can't possibly go on.
Finbar, you are kind of like half paying attention to this, half not. You know, your usual laissez-faire, so like, I don't care what's happening. And you hear Diak's words sort of reverberate weirdly in your head. And you look around, and you're all alone. And you're not in the town square of Bransylvania anymore. Shit. You're in a strange sort of like weird plain where it's all dark but brightly lit. And the floor appears to be a very thin layer of water. And standing before you, like a bloodborne boss, is George Clooney. And he says, "There's no one left, Finbar, it's just you and I. No plan A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, or Z. It's just you and me."
George, I'm getting married today. And it's not to you.
I'm afraid not, Finbar. Look down.
I look down.
You're in a tuxedo.
I thought you were going to say
there's a band of gold on your finger.
Hang on a minute. Wait a minute. George, we've had a great time together. Oh, the times we've had where I was there and you were raping a badger and I tried to arrest you for it, and that other time where you were raping that honey badger and I tried to kill you. Really, I think you've misinterpreted our relationship. You see, I would sleep with literally anyone. They don't even have to be human. In fact, in many cases, they don't have to be. You know, half-elves, dwarves, anything in between. I'm pretty sure I fucked a demon before. Couldn't be sure about it. The anatomy is strange. Right. But,
that's why our bond is so strong, Finbar, because I'm the same. Yes,
no.
really
I draw a line. I draw a line, George. Now, those lines may not be ones which society accepts in any way. But yours, the lack of consent with all of those badges, I find deeply worrying. You don't even cast animal friendship on them. Just fuck them.
Finbar, I wish I could make you see. We have so much history together, you and I, Finbar. Remember that time you pinned me down in the street? Oh, I do.
It's because you were trying to rape a badger, George. It wasn't because I loved you. Because I tried to stop you from raping animals. It's not because we're in some deep relationship.
I remember last night.
I don't. I don't even know that we slept together last night. All I know is that I, in this case, was probably just a badger to you.
You were never just a badger to me, Finbar. You were always something more.
Well, I don't remember anything that happened, and I woke up next to you with other badgers, so I can only assume things that happened, George, and I'm not happy about them at all.
And so be it. And you see his body begin to expand, and he begins to shake as tiny badgers just fly off his body, hundreds of them encase him and swirl around him. He says, "You will be mine, one way or another, Finbar." And as he begins to approach this horde of tiny badgerlings following him, you feel a hand on your shoulder. And it's a townsfolk back in Transylvania. They're shaking you and pointing at the sky.
I look at the sky. What's happening?
You all see now as this villager is like, look, ah! You see a figure with wings making its way towards the village. It has a shock of bright red hair that's flying behind it, and you hear carried on the wind this sort of scream as she's approaching. And Hannah goes, "That's one of the brides. That's Mariska."
Good fuck. So is Finbar back here now, or is he still with George?
Finbar is back in the room.
Okay. Ah! Fuck Clooney. Alright. What the hell's happening? Did I just disappear? Because I'm pretty sure I was about to be raped by George Clooney.
Oh,
Brides!
Out. Brides. Also,
Brides.
you're not married this man.
Oh, thank
Yeah,
God.
fraction arrived exactly in the nick of time.
Alright, let's kill him.
Okay.
Oh, wait, are we killing him or following him back? I can't remember what the plan was.
Capture one of them, and then Bryn or me will be the new bride.
Opposite.
So here's the thing. No idea that this would be the plan. So there is no battle map for this encounter.
That's fine.
Shocker.
There is no
Unacceptable.
way I could
You
have
don't
planned
have
for
a
this.
church just ready to go.
Ridiculous.
So I would like you all to roll initiative, please. Fuck's sake.
This DM. Jeez.
Go ahead. Give her the sack. She's useless.
I think you'll approve of my roll, Susie.
Is it very good?
Oh, it's excellent.
30-20 for Finbar.
Fucking hell. Chris, you are forever banned from anything I ever do again.
Yay!
You have cursed me.
That's fair.
Thank you.
That's fair.
All right, we got 25 to 20? 30,
30-20, yeah.
20 to 15.
Bryn is a 19.
Ren. Derek with a 13.
No, disadvantage.
Disadvantage. What do you get? 7. Good job. And then there we go.
Brazapan's got a 3.
Brazapan.
Man, how did that take so long? Razipan.
All right, so top of the round, Finbar.
Fuck. I look around anxiously for George Clooney, who could be in wait nearby. And then I cast a... in fact, I won't even cast. I'll just shoot my bow at this girl in the sky, because I don't really... Probably anything that's in range for me. So I
All right.
get a bow out of my dress and roll a 9 to attack. Fuck!
Yeah, that doesn't hit, unfortunately. Brent, you're up.
Shit!
All right. So the previous night, as you recall, I had popped all of the steel arrowheads off of my arrows, and I am now firing wooden ones at their hearts. So
Okay.
I feel like I don't know how to handle that.
Just roll normal attacks.
Okay.
Just as you normally do.
Okay.
Ooh.
21?
Yeah, that'll hit.
Damn.
For 4 damage. All right. And then I get an extra attack, so I'm going to take that. 16?
Hits.
Nice. With 4 more damage.
Oh my god, Brazi Pain. Even better.
Alright, Derek.
So, bonus action.
Say it.
I'll cast Sanctuary on myself.
There we go.
How far away are they?
She is about 60 feet away.
Okay. I would like to hold an action until
Mhm.
she's within 30 feet of me, because I'm assuming she's undead.
You might be
Assuming.
right.
Might be. And then I'm going to channel Divinity and turn undead when she's within 30 feet of me.
Oh, nice. Nice. Okay. It will bring us to Brazi Payne's turn.
All right. Are any of them like on the ground?
No, there is one figure, and she's in the air.
Okay, he can't do anything.
Okay. It's her turn now, and she is going to. Oh shit! Hang on 1 second. I forgot to roll for Anna.
Razapane lounges seductively in his new lingerie.
It's not her turn yet. It's Hannah's turn, who is going to rip away the bottom of that dress you bought her, that beautiful golden dress. She rips it off to reveal black leggings and thigh-high boots. Strapped to her leg is a crossbow on one, a sword on the other. She draws the sword, draws the little crossbow, and she's ready. And she aims. She's going to fire at... Nope, she's going to miss. The vampire is going to swoop down, and she's going to attack the closest person, which would be Derek. But she got within 30 feet, so
So she must make a wisdom saving throw.
I'm not going to use that dice because it's shit.
No, use that one.
Nope. Doesn't matter because I rolled a 2.
So she must spend her turn trying to move as far away from me as she can. And if she can't move to a space within 30 feet, if you can't... Wait. It can't willingly move to a space within 30 feet of me.
Mm-hmm.
Also can't take reactions.
Mm-hmm.
And for action, it can only use dash or try to escape from an effect that prevents it from moving. If there's nowhere for her to move, she can only dodge.
Damn. Well, she's used all her
Unless
movement
she's
to get to
the a half or lower, which I'm guessing she isn't.
No. She's used all her movement to get to you, so she can't move anywhere. So, but she used her action to, like, sprint, so never mind. So that's her done. Finbar, you're back up. She's down at Derek's level. On the
Okay,
ground.
I will cast.
That's utterly helpless.
I will cast a Thunder Wave to blast her into infinity and beyond.
Nice.
And if I can center it so that I don't hit Derek, I will, but I'm not too worried
Yeah,
about
we can do that.
it. Constitution saving throw, please.
That's a 13.
13 is not enough, and so we'll take 2d8, total of 11 points of damage, and she's thrown around a bit as well.
She's battered back a bit, and you see that she's like this horrible sort of grayish color. She doesn't look quite human. The wings
Honestly,
are actually
anything looks
sprouting
good
from
in
her back.
compared to Clooney right now.
Yeah, I mean, Finbar, you're like, I probably would still tap that, but to the rest of you,
I could. I would smash.
Would smash. All right, Bryn, you're up.
So,
Speaking of wood smash, I'm gonna shoot her with a wooden arrow. Wood
ha!
smash. 18
Hits.
for 6 damage and 11.
No.
Okay. That one sails.
She's at 69 health right now, which is very nice.
Nice.
Dinner for 2.
Ew.
Bryn, as you nail her with these arrows, you see that they seem to take quite an effect on her. She seems to reel a bit back, quite a lot from these particular shots. But it is Dark's turn now.
I'm just going to check, because I don't think Turn Undead has a duration on it. I think that's just her fucked.
Oh, cool.
Oh no, if the creature fails its saving throw, it's turned for 1 minute or until it takes any damage.
Oh, well, she's unturned.
Oh. Okay. Alright, what am I going to do then?
What are you
Hey there,
gonna do?
demon lady, it's me, your boy. And I'm going to hit her with my maul. Please.
Do it.
And thank you. That is a 23 to hit.
Yes.
So that
I didn't
would
mean to
be...
sound so surprised there, I'm sorry.
That's
There
fine,
it
it's
is.
fine. Oh my god, there's the double ones.
Oh,
That's
no.
5 points of bludgeoning damage. And then, hang on a second. Sorry, I was not prepared for this.
for being effective in combat. Oh.
Yeah, for getting more than one turn in combat, I wasn't prepared. Let me just double check something.
Yeah, no worries.
I'll bonus action spiritual weapon as well.
Okay.
So my giant floating lollipop hammer will also hit her.
Alright.
Which is going to be a 19 to hit.
That hits.
Awesome. And that will do, where has it gone? 7 points of force damage.
Nice.
And I'll stay right up on her.
Alright. So as you do that, Marzipan is up. What's he gonna do?
Alright, she is on the ground now, right?
Yeah, she's on the ground now.
Alright. He's gonna run up and bite and scratch.
Nice. Oh, yeah, that's a hit.
21. For 2 damage. Come on, Marzipan.
Come on, son.
That hits.
Alright, there we go. That's a little better.
Come on,
7
lad.
total.
Alright. So as Marzipan jumps up, runs and claws and bites at her horrible grey form, Hannah is going to step forward with her sword and try to slash at her. She's going to hit. Holy shit. And she does a stupidly small amount of damage. Good job. But it is now her turn, and she is going to... She's going to try and hit Derek, because Derek did quite a bit of damage to her in that last round.
Disadvantage.
At disadvantage. I'm guessing a 8 won't hit you.
No.
Okay.
Let me check. Hang on. No.
Second attack. Fuck. That's natural 1. Never mind. Goodbye, back
I
up.
love sanctuary.
Okay, am I close enough to hit her with my rapier?
Yes.
Then I will do that. And I'll feel good about it. As I stab her once. 17 to
That
hit.
hits. Yeah.
4, 3, 11 points of stabby damage. Die! Please! Thank you.
Please.
Appreciate it.
Polite.
Kindly, if you don't mind.
Please just fucking die.
Not too much of a bother.
Wait, aren't we trying to just knock her, like...
Well,
capture
kill her.
her?
I'm upset right now, Brett. Alright, I've almost got married and raped by George Clooney, so...
You know what? You and I, we'll go take care of George Clooney after all this is over, alright?
It's the most attractive thing you've ever said.
He won't be raping any more badgers.
It is now
I'm sorry.
Bryn's turn.
Alright. Oh, geez. Yeah, buddy.
Ooh, hello.
Yeah. No, buddy. Does a 16 hit?
No. Yes.
Okay.
It
Okay.
does. Sorry, I lied.
Or 7 more damage.
Nice.
Piercing.
What kind of person just goes on the internet and tells lies?
You're
Wow. There's some cute shots right there.
So Derek will give Hannah Hilarious a quick look, like kind of hot. Maybe he's into girls now. Maybe. Probably not. And then it's going to be Maul.
Derek has a moment of confused sexuality amongst all the violence.
Those leather chaps are just doing it for him. That's going to be a 20 to hit with the Maul.
Yeah, that'll do it. Yeah.
So hang on, 2 plus 7 plus 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
10, nice.
And then the spiritual weapon will be probably not 13 to hit. No, yeah, 13 to hit.
Nope, not that 10.
Just too confused. You can't focus.
It's just the
Distracted by
curls.
leather.
Yeah, the leather. It's chicks with swords, man.
It's mainly the leather.
She'll bring us
It
to
always is.
browser pain.
All right. Yeah, he's gonna bite.
All right.
14?
Nope.
All right, he's gonna claw. Oh, the nat 20
Oh.
Oof.
for 11 points of damage.
I believe twice in a row. Marzipan has got the killing blow.
No.
Had him, son. Oh, did we kill them? Okay.
All right.
Can we choose non-lethal?
We want her dead, and then replace her with one of you guys, remember?
So Marzipan. So last night, see, this takes a little explaining.
Little setup, yeah.
Last night, as Hannah and Bryn were having their, you guys call it a hen do? They drunkenly decided that they should equip Marzipan for dealing with vampires. So they put little wooden claw caps on him. So Marzipan climbs up this woman's foul vestments and just plunges his claws directly into her heart, and she explodes into ash.
Tell you how we make this one even better. Before he does it, he reaches into his little bra, pulls out a tiny bottle of holy water, sprays it on his face, and screams something that Bryn, you recognize as "Witness me!" as he runs up, claws at this vampire with his wooden claws, and goes in with the holy water bite and just rips and tears. And you see as she turns from this gray monster back into a human-looking woman, except she has bright violet eyes, and she looks shocked and terrified as this creature is kind of clawing and ripping out her chest, and you watch as her skin begins to bubble and melt, and she just explodes into a dust cloud.
It's a good boy. Good boy, Marzipan.
Well played, sir. Well played.
Well,
All right.
that will have
She
gotten
said.
his attention.
Why?
So you just sleep with your window unlocked tonight. We'll put Finbar in your bed and your dressing gown.
Yes.
Is he still dressing up as a woman? Are we still doing that? Is that still
Oh, yeah.
fun?
Pretty sure
we
that's
accidentally
still
killed the
happening.
bitch, so this is our plan B, aptly named.
Right.
Oh,
I, for one, feel a lot better that she's dead.
well, I'm glad that we're not actually married. Today's been a good day.
Sometimes you just gotta kill an aberration, dude. Stick with me, hilarious.
I think you might be onto something there, Bryn. Yeah. All right. So, is there anything else you want to do in the town square before we cut to nighttime and we have Finbar as the
A
date?
magnanimous dispensation.
Oh, holy shit. I'm very worried about this now. I'm very concerned about how George Clooney's gonna get me again. Wait. Tweet Vecna, £50. Finbar is... God damn it! Finbar is cursed to live life as a giant talking honey badger. George Clooney is quickly made aware. Alright.
I'm so glad I got back inside to hear that.
I'm done. Good game, everyone. Next show. See you next. See you guys in a minute. Bye. That's fun game.
Oh, Doxy's gone. Lost her.
Even Doxy, that. She's done. She's quit.
Quit the show.
Look what you made us do. Look what you made us do.
Thanks, Twitter Vecna. Look what you made happen. You did that.
I hope you're happy.
Oh. So we will cut to nighttime in the castle. Everybody has made their way to their respective beds. Hannah is bedding down with Bryn for the night in one of the guest rooms. Derek, you have your own room. Unless you want to bunk with Finbar just in case. Okay. I
would fall asleep for now if you did, but...
So, Derek,
no.
You have your own room. Finbar, you are laid in bed, dressed in Hannah's dressing gown. You have one of her wigs. It's very uncomfortable to sleep in a wig, but you know, you gotta disguise. You even went as far as to do her makeup. You know, you gotta admire commitment to the bit.
Oh yeah, this is a whole debate thing, isn't it? I probably should share a room with Finbar.
Oh, well, you said you didn't, now it's not happening.
I said I didn't.
The window is open. There's a gentle breeze that wafts through the curtains. And Finbar, you're not entirely sure when it happened, but you're pretty sure you're asleep. Because you look down at your hands and they're badger paws. And you have fur.
Maybe I am a furry. Never sure if I was into it or not. Must be. Strange dream that I'm having. Yet I feel very lucid during all of this. Sure, nothing bad could happen of this.
And you have a fairly standard dream, full of your weird stuff, physics, you know, where you feel a bit bouncy when you walk and things feel fast and things are a bit weird. But after a while, you hear a voice on the wind. Finbar. Finbar. I knew you'd see sense. I knew you'd come back to me.
No.
The more you say no, the more you say yes.
That's... Okay, yes. Does that mean no?
And you feel like you keep catching glimpses of him out of the corner of your eye. But you can't see him. And you find yourself in a mirror maze. And you look, and there he is right in front of you.
Ugh.
And you step forward, and he's gone. And he appears to your left. He appears to your right. And you feel a pair of hands come across your badgery shoulders. A pair of soft, tanned lips make their way to your badgery ear.
Ugh.
And as you're spun around, and a handsome hand, comes up and lifts up your chin. And his face draws closer to yours, his eyes close in anticipation. You bolt awake.
How do you age so well? Fine. I sit up in bed and I go to where I go to the room which the others are sleeping in.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Maybe do we have individual rooms? Maybe we do.
You do have individual, but Bryn and Hannah are together. Derek's in like the next room. They're all sort of joined together with doors, so you could just be like. Poof.
And I knock on Bryn and Hannah's room.
Uh-huh.
And then I just open the door as soon as I knock.
Come in.
Yeah, I don't think they're asleep by this point. Yeah.
I just had a. Oh, hello, Hannah. I just had a terrible dream in which George Clooney was back, and I was forced to live life as a badger.
We'll
And
take
he said
care
every
of
time
this.
that I said no, I said yes. Just felt so real.
Could it be your psychology telling you that either A, you're in love with George Clooney, or B, you need to rethink your tactics with women?
Those are two things that I could never consider.
I like the assumption that Finbar has psychology.
I'll be honest, Bryn, I'm a deeply sick man. I have been for a long time. I'm not sure if there's anything that can help me, but I'm pretty sure I'm not in love with George Clooney. If anything, I've spent my whole life trying to track down that badger-raping fuck. And how else could I treat women? It doesn't really seem like an option.
Both good points. Both good points.
I mean, obviously I thought about, settling down one day and putting this whole thing to rest, but then I think, no, that's not what I want at all. I want to continue being the way that I am,
Woo! Maybe you'll know where you stand a little better after we kill him when this is all over.
That's a thing, Bryn. I'm not sure if killing him is going to be enough. I do kill a lot of my problems, and I'm not sure that they fix any of them.
Have you tried marrying your problems?
No. Should I?
Perhaps you and Clooney are meant to be. Maybe you can change him from his badger raping ways.
I've known him for a long time, Bryn, and I know that's just not true. He's a menace. I don't think he'll ever stop raping badgers while he still lives, but...
You know what I do when I'm deeply troubled like this? I go and hunt aberrations.
Oh. Well, I could do that, I guess.
Maybe you should go hunt an aberration. Maybe it will help you.
Or maybe I should find a loose woman and sort of just forget about all of this for a while. Both are good options, I think.
Janet Street Porter walks by. That's a British joke.
Very British joke.
Well, one of the two. I'll either do one of the two. Thanks for the advice, Bryn.
Anything else?
As you're just wrapping up this little heart-to-heart, there is a crash of lightning, and a figure appears at the window.
There he's there, Bryn. And I jump onto the bed, and I'm suddenly on Bryn's lap, like in a cartoon.
She starts patting his head. I won't let him get you. She stretches, and she's awake now.
Okay, the window swings open, and you see a male hand push through, and stepping through is a tall man, dark hair, dark cape, and he has a very intense look upon his face. And he gestures towards the bed where he thinks that maybe his prey awaits. And he says, Hannah, look at me. See me, Hannah.
Bryn pushes Finbar off of her lap and is just like, that's you, you're up.
Oh. Okay, I'll miss you guys. Sadly again.
We've broken Finbar.
Think of the pioneers of Pumpernickel, dude. What would they do? What would they do?
I say, hello. And I look back to Brent. Why are you making me do this? He's gonna rape me, and I blame.
Leave a trail. We'll follow you. We'll fix the George Clooney thing later. This first.
I'll leave a trail of my tears.
I look to Marzipan and have him sniff Finbar's eyeballs.
So, Finbar, you're about to turn to walk towards this figure when Marzipan scurries up you, sticks his snout in your eyeball, takes a deep breath like... and then he just jumps off you onto the bed and gives Bryn a thumbs up. The man in the cloak gestures towards you. Come with me, my love.
Okay, honey.
And he doesn't seem to look at you as he takes your hand and pulls you in close into a sort of embrace. He wraps...
I'm never talking about my feelings again.
He wraps his cloak around you both as you sort of like disappear into mist. Ice cold, snowy mist.
Alright, I nudge Hannah awake.
She was asleep.
Yes.
What's going on?
Yeah, he came. He got you, which is to say Finbar, and I need to talk to my ferret now. I need you to go and get Derek, okay?
All right, I'll let you walk to your
Be prepared
ferret.
for a fight.
I mean, we call it different things over here, you know, but talking to your ferrets and you want, I will,
a
give
little
you
me time before a hunt keeps me level-headed.
I'll give you some time alone.
Thank you. I can't speak with animals, and I tell Marzipan to pick up the trail, by the way.
He goes, okay, on it. His eyeballs stunk of, like, debauchery. I've never
Definitely got the right scent. Definitely.
That was, You've made me smell some fucked up shit before, but that was,
We'll get you some extra fat rabbits when we get home.
You got it, boss. And he sort of starts sniffing around. And he actually doesn't go towards the window. He makes his way back out into the hallway. And you watch him scurry off towards the study. By this point, Derek, Hannah has knocked you awake. And she fills you in that Finbar has been taken by the Count.
What's Bryn?
She's, speaking to her ferret.
Is she speaking to her ferret, or is she like actually speaking to her ferret?
Oh, she could actually talk to that thing.
I mean, you could talk to it; it doesn't talk back.
Look, I didn't want to judge her from out of town, and I thought that maybe, you know, different words for different things. We call it, you know, licking the turnip, but
I have questions about that, but I don't think this is the time.
You call it licking the turnip.
Turnips every time.
Your grasp of anatomy worries me.
Well, no
Your grasp
public
on turnips
schools.
pleases me.
Just take me to Bryn. You're weird, and I don't like you.
As you go back out into the corridor, you see Bryn following Mazipan into the study. And Mazipan is stood before, in front of the giant map. And he's sniffing it. And he's pointing. He's like, they're in here. They're in here. Dude, this is in here.
I'm gonna reach out and like scratch on the map.
As you just scratch the map. But I would like Derek and Bryn to roll me investigation checks.
Okay.
No. That's a 3.
Okay, and 14. Okay, Bryn, you look over this map. You're like, there's got to be something here, and you find that in the bottom corner, hidden away behind a chair, there appears to be a symbol, and it's a golden disc with 2 red teardrop rubies. And as you're investigating, something seems strange about this golden disc. It feels like it has some sort of substance to it, like it's interactable.
Take a look here.
Mouse over it, a little white outline glows around it.
It's the only thing
Derek,
animated in the Scooby-Doo background.
Take a look at it. Look at it. Look.
Okay. What are you?
Okay, Derek, as you poke it, it goes thunk and recesses back, and you hear a grinding sound, and you watch as the map begins to almost burn away, and it reveals like a mirror.
Well,
as you put your hand on it, Derek, it's ice cold to the touch, and as you press, you seem to sink through it.
Hannah, come here a minute.
Yes?
See this mirror?
Yes.
And I grab a forearm, put one hand on her back, and just poke her through it.
Okay, roll me an athletics check.
Okay. Oh, good. Athletics, that's a 16.
Okay, so she's sort of bending down to look at your height, and you're like, woo, grab her by the collar, grab her by the top of her leggings, and just yeet through the through the mirror.
that's my friend. That's my only friend. We're supposed to protect her.
She was a test. If she dies, we don't go through. That's as far as I got with the test.
You hear her.
I'm gonna stick my head in.
So you hear her scream for a second as she's been thrown, and then when she's made it through, you hear nothing. Bryn, you stick your head in. It's freezing cold, but you appear to be on the other side of something. You're on top of a mountain, and it's covered in snow, and you see before you a large, like a long road leading to a huge, large, imposing castle made of dark stone, full of sharp edges, and pointy parapets, and all that spooky shit. And there's lightning going on, because for that maximum pathetic fallacy. And you see laid on the snow in front of you, face down, you see Hannah.
All right, I reach behind me and grab whatever part of Derek I touch first. Don't take that out of context. And I pull him as I run through.
Derek, a fist comes through and grabs you by your collar. Just and Hannah sort of picks herself up, brushes the snow off her face. I think we might have found his castle.
Well, that castle.
No,
not your castle.
That castle. And she points to like a little mound of snow.
Absolutely no need for sarcasm. It's not becoming not a good look on you.
You threw me through the portal. I landed on my face.
Pushed. Didn't throw, pushed.
No, you grabbed me by my collar and my pants and threw me.
Didn't
I
lift.
grab them by both of their collars and start marching towards the castle.
Like a teacher or an angry mother, you grab these two and just come on and start marching them up this long path. And you see it's lined with like wooden stakes with like skeletons stuck on them, like gnarled trees. And the door is large, but it's open.
Do we
And,
not? We're just going.
Well, the door was open. I guess we just go in.
Yeah.
After you.
One thing we have over vampires, we don't need invited into this hovel.
Yeah, so I meant to ask you about that, right? He came in the room and took Finbar. Who invited him in?
He was hovering outside the window.
No, he came in to get Finbar.
Oh.
Like just stepped inside.
I did kind of
What?
say hello, I guess.
Where did you get this idea that vampires have to be invited in?
That's just how vampires work, right? You have to be invited in. They don't like being stabbed in the heart. They don't like spinach. That's how vampires work.
Yeah. Probably
Everybody knows
allergic to
this.
spinach. Need to be invited in. No reflection.
You need to update your intel, because that's
No
wrong.
reflection. I heard there 3 reflections.
No. What? We need to update your bestiaries, because that's terrible. You'll get yourselves killed.
Don't make
Yikes.
me throw you again.
So as you enter the castle, you see that this place has been almost completely stripped of any fineries or furnishings or anything like that. You see wires and weird electrical machines all over the place, like lining the walls, hanging from the ceiling, and also hanging from the ceiling, you see these weird sort of like sacks. They're like greeny gray and goopy and look like made of like eggs, like an egg sack. And there are hundreds of these hanging from every available inch of space on the ceiling. You have to make your way through them as you walk.
We should burn them. Don't know what they are.
On the
but
way
they should
out.
burn.
On the way out.
We
I
can burn them now.
want to see
Wait.
something really quickly, and Bryn takes a leaf of spinach out of her bag and presses it to one of the eggs.
There's just a wet slap as nothing
I don't
happens.
think they're vampires yet.
I think, right, we could burn them on the way out, or we could burn them now, go outside, and wait for the vampire to come to us while his house burns down.
All right.
It just seems
Yeah.
smart.
Okay.
Finbar will be
But
fine.
what if they can be saved? Because clearly they're not vampires yet.
Yes.
Pass the spinach test.
Should we open one? Just one.
Yeah, you do it. You
I'll
do it.
open one. I'll open one.
All right.
I would like to
so
open
you're
an egg.
okay. So you take a knife
With
and
my
you just
hammer.
kind of you open it. Okay. So you just splat this thing and it explodes in this goop as this egg thing just it's grim, it's horrible. And this weird sort of small grey creature just plops onto the ground. It has a small set of little wings, it has a tail, but its face is very bestial and it has sharp fangs.
Okay. I'll grind that under my heel until it's dead.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it pops pretty easily. You just with your heel.
I'm not sure that's something we want to save.
Okay. All right. Fire plan.
Big
I like
fire. I mean, I feel like somebody somewhere has planned a big, elaborate murder maze in this building for us to fight our way through and potentially rescue Finbar. But I feel like it'll be more prudent of us to just burn the fucking place to the ground.
Ooh,
You
but
feel
what
that
about
somewhere,
Finbar?
Derek, in the back of your minds, an omnipresent being just throw her notebook away.
I don't know, it's your call, Brie. I don't
No.
want to piss off.
Let's see if they even burn.
Yeah,
White
let's see if
wood.
they even burn. They are very sticky
And goopy.
and goopy.
So you make the start of a fire, and Hannah does point out, she says, aren't we supposed to rescue Finbar too? I mean, I'm all for letting him be
He'll be
incinerated.
fine.
He
He'll be fine.
literally repulses me to my core, but he's your friend.
That's understandable. I see you've made. Friend is a strong word.
All right, well, we can try to burn these things. All right.
Let's try and burn
So
them.
you you start to make like a little ramshackle fire, and as you do, you see like these small humanoid creatures apparently are working here, and they're assembling this machinery, and they're wearing sort of like little fantasy hazmat suits with fantasy gas masks, and they're just sort of carrying bits around, and you just grab one and put that on the fire, and it just sort of accepts it. Oh, I'm a minion. This is what happens to minions.
Is he wearing a red shirt?
Yes, beneath his little fantasy hazmat suit, he's wearing a red shirt. Yeah.
I hear
if
red
you can
shirts burn really well.
They do. But you begin to make a fire, and something's catching. It might not be the inferno a straightaway inferno that you'd expected, but this isn't a bad plan. It will buy you some time.
This doesn't seem like a bad plan, Bryn. I think you might buy us some time.
It looks like it will buy us some time. I'll start down here. You start down there. I'll go down this row. You go up that row. So I take a stick out of the fire and start lighting these things.
Okay, so you both sort of make your way, putting the fire stick and all the things in the adventure game, rub the fire on the thing.
Yeah. Use fire with sticky egg.
It's effective. So once you set fire to all these sort of eggs, you're quite pleased with your work, and then you make your way deeper into the castle.
It's definitely warmer now, at least.
Yeah. It's quite. In fact, you see some of the little workers stop and warm their hands a second on the burning eggs.
On the way past. No slacking.
And you hear as you're walking, you don't fully understand what they're saying, but you hear the name Finbar said in a horrible little smallish tone. And they sort of look at each other and nod, and then they walk off in a direction.
We should follow them.
Found out. We need to follow them.
Finbar could be a girl's name. Maybe you just told them she's called Finbar. I've always thought it's a very feminine name.
Supposed to be Hannah.
Well, it's got some letters the same.
Alright, so you follow these creatures, and as you do, you make your way into some, it seems more, you've been in sort of like a laboratory area at this point, and there's been a lot of electrical equipment and lots of machinery around. But you're sort of making your way through into like more personal quarters, and there is furniture here, there is decoration here, and you see a large painting of a man and a woman, and they seem to be related. There is the man is stood in a full dress uniform with the big epaulettes and the line. He looks very bougie and proud, his chin raised, and Bryn, you know this to be the man that visited your room last night to go retrieve Finbar. And you see, seated in front of him on a chair, his hands on the chair, you see a woman. She is very beautiful, and she's pale. She's got dark hair. She's wearing like this big foofy dress, and she has this very calculated and cunning sort of smirk on her face. But you can definitely tell by looking at them that they're related. And she's wearing like this little neck thing. You know, she's got a lot of jewelry going on. And below you see, written on a little name card, Vladislaus and Vladislava.
The floor is Vladislav.
All
All right.
Anyway,
so
moving on.
that's the guy.
Valentine.
Didn't
It's all
see
good.
her. Didn't see her last night at all. This guy came and got Finbar, and thinks Finbar's Hannah, or doesn't anymore, because I guess he got found out.
I guess so. Okay,
Dibs
then.
on her, by the way.
Noted. You can have her. It's fine.
No leather.
No leather. Not my time. Definitely not my time.
All right, so you continue your way down through corridors, just in time following these two little guys, and they don't seem to give a shit that they are apparently leading you to wherever you want to go. They're just pretty blasé about it. In fact, there's a point where they kind of get ahead of you, and they just sort of stop and wait for you before they carry on, almost as if they're a vehicle for the game to progress. Before long,
Can we stop and talk to the vehicle?
Before long, you arrive in
A
front
magnanimous
of
dispensation.
Oh god.
Oh,
Like
God.
I felt like there was 10 minutes went past where nothing bad had happened to me. I was feeling like I was in the clear for a little bit here. Oh, single damage. Twitter back to Finn's Foundation. Thanks so much. Finbar sees everyone as George Clooney. He might have finally broken.
I have the perfect way to get this in.
I bet you do.
That's what George Clooney said.
Great.
So, you make your way to a dining hall that and you push open the doors, and you see ahead of you a long room. And right at the end is a sort of raised plinth. It has been changed. There's no dining table in here. The furniture's been removed, and there's like a constructed sort of stage made beneath a great big dramatic window where you can see the moon. And you see the man in the cape stood there dramatically, almost as if he was waiting for you. You see either side of him are two beautiful women that you've not seen before, but they're very clearly vampires because they're like hissing a lot and they've got long nails and, you know, movie vampires. And then just behind them, there's a table. And laid upon the table, in a red dress with long white gloves, is Finbar. Finbar, your eyes snap open as you hear the doors open. At your feet is George Clooney. At your head is George Clooney. To your right is George Clooney. You're laid down. You're wearing a dress. You look beautiful, but and you look to where the doors opened. 3 George Clooneys just entered.
With a tiny weasel George Clooney.
With a tiny weasel George Clooney.
He's giant. He's a giant ferret, okay?
It's Martha Clune.
Martha Clune! Cluzapan.
Oh, that sounds like a drag.
Sounds like an infection.
Oh my god. What? What are you all doing here, George? Leave me alone.
What are you all doing here, George?
The man turns.
I don't want any trouble.
And you all see this is the cloaked man. He turns to address you, Derek, and Bryn, and Hannah. Finbar, you see this is George Clooney. He's turning away from you to speak to these George Clooneys. And he says to you, "Allow me to introduce myself. I am Count Vladislaus Dragulia, born 1422, murdered 1462.
George, you're sounding weird.
I'm glad that didn't turn into like a
He
full
just sort of
monologue.
turns and puts a finger on your lips. And in George Clooney's voice, you hear, "Shh, my love."
And there's so many of you.
I look over to Derek and I'm like, so I'm gonna shoot this guy?
Yeah, please do. Yeah,
I shoot him.
I say to
I
myself,
just before you do, sure. He says to you, "I assume my sister sent you."
Your sister.
Sent him.
No.
No? You're not
Shoot.
hunters of the order.
George, why are you talking
Derek,
to yourselves?
Think somebody's thinking about me right now. Because a cold shiver just went down my spine.
Oh, well, you should get that. Well, then.
But also, I realize now that we've been had.
Not again.
I turn to look at Hannah.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to see what's going on with her.
She looks like she's ready to throw hands. She...
Really? He said
Yeah,
the Huntress is his sister.
Oh,
He asked you if you were hunters of the order.
No, I've got no idea what you're talking about. Dead man.
Hmm. And you are not Darak, the cleric, no?
No, never heard of him.
You have not been rampaging around my lands,
I have never
killing my
rampaged.
people,
That's
killing
not Derek,
my
that's
pets.
also George.
Definitely never killed your people.
No.
That's
And what
not
about
even a
your
lie.
friend Bryn?
Never heard of her.
No?
Nope.
yeah, my
Brings
name's Margaret.
Like, what does it be from this terrible thing
I'm called. My name's Greg.
Well, Greg, how unfortunate for you that you find yourself in my home tonight.
It's lit upstairs, mate.
Finbar, you feel a Clooney hand come and caress your face. Pat your hair.
What are you gonna do with him?
He shall be one of my new brides. You killed my last one.
Again,
Okay,
I think
now
we've
I'm
got
gonna
severe
shoot this
cases.
guy.
Yeah, shoot him.
I'm gonna shoot him.
Okay, roll an attack.
21.
Oh yeah, that'll hit. Holy shit.
7. Piercing damage.
7 damage. Nice. Yeah, let me get on the right stat page. All right. Well, as you let loose a arrow and it strikes his chest, I would like everybody to roll initiative.
Oh boy.
Oh, yay. Classic Darak rolls there.
GG. Excuse me.
Oh no.
I'm getting out of here.
Keep your wits about you, Finbar.
Why are you telling me that, George? I'm so confused.
I'm not George, I'm Margaret.
What?
Your traveling companion, Margaret? With the ferret?
I'm going insane.
Okay. 25 to 20, anyone?
Bryn has a 21.
Ren has 21. 20 to 15? Well,
Finbar has 15.
Finbar has 15.
okay. 15 to 10? Wow. 10 to 5?
Marzipan with a 7.
Mazepane with a 7.
5.
And Derek at the bottom as per
Where
usual.
he belongs.
Where he belongs. Right, I will show you the map because I actually do have a map for this.
Ooh. Boy.
Sure. Sure, she.
That's cool.
So, there you go. Top of the round, we have Bryn.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep shooting that dude.
All right.
$15?
15 will not hit, unfortunately.
Okay. How about a nat 20?
Oh boy.
Might. That might just tickle him a little bit.
Just do it.
For 12 damage.
12 damage. Okay. Okay, which will bring us to his turn. And he is going to... turn to mist and reappear in front of you, Derek.
Oh, goody.
Finbar, you watch a George Clooney turn to mist and appear in front of another George Clooney.
Ah!
And he's going to make 2 attacks at you. The first one is going to be a claw. And that's going to be a 18 to hit.
I'll hit.
Okay. And instead of dealing damage, he's going to grapple you.
Oh, goody.
And then...
I really don't taste good. I don't know what kind of ideas you're having here, but I really don't taste good. I haven't bathed in a long time.
Well, he's biting you nonetheless, because that was a 19 on the dice.
Oh.
And you take... 6 points of piercing damage.
Mm-hmm.
Plus 8 points of necrotic damage, and your max HP is reduced by 8.
Shit. Okie dokie.
And you watch as he sort of pulls his head back and smiles as his face is covered in Diak's blood, and the wounds you caused earlier, Bryn, seem to be slowly closing up. Finbar, you've just seen a George Clooney zoom over to a George Clooney, hug him so tight in a lover's embrace, and then bite him.
Lost my mind. And I'm like Frodo at Weathertop right now, when like the rain's just like fucking him up, and he's like, ugh, and so I turn invisible.
Okay.
And I put on a ring. I'm like, just want it to be over. And I close my eyes and hope for it all to go away.
Okay, so Bryn and Derek, you watch as Finbar just turns invisible.
He could do that the whole time. I've literally never seen him do that.
Yeah, I don't think I have either.
I start running away well, the nearest possible exit from this room. I'm gonna try and move away from it.
Okay.
Nope.
I don't know if I go down there because he's down to you guys. It's now the turn of the Blue Bride, and she's going to make her way down. She's gonna go there, and she will hiss and do her usual vampire stuff. Hannah is going to step up and attempt to stab the Count with her longsword. And she's going to miss. Because she's about as useful as Kate Beckinsale is in that movie. And then Bride 2, the Green Bride, is going to attempt to come down and do the same. So she's going to go here, which will bring us to Marzipan.
All right, I'm gonna... Oh, shit, I can't. Never mind. Yeah, I guess Marzipan is going to bite and claw Drakman. Does a 10 hit? All right. Never lands the bite, man. Does an 11 hit?
Nope.
All right.
A noble effort. But,
The bra got in the way.
yeah, he's not quite fully used to fighting in the bra yet, and he hadn't scooped. So, you know, when you get that little bit outside and it's just... So he'll spend the rest of his turn
All too
scooping.
real. Okay.
Derek, you're up.
Cool. So
You
I'm
are being
grappled.
grappled.
I
Yes.
can still cast while I'm grappled, right? I'm not restrained.
Yes.
So I'll cast
No.
Sanctuary on myself as a bonus action.
All right.
And then for my action, I will try and break through the grapple.
Okay. Roll athletics or acrobatics.
Athletics it is. Oh, God.
Oh
Nope.
boy.
That's a 7. Nope.
Mine's telling you no. For your body.
It's also telling me
He's
no.
also telling you no.
Yeah. Yeah. I just flail.
Yeah. All right. Bring you back
Nobody
up.
bites a dwarf.
Finbar, I need you to listen to me.
I'm not listening, George.
I don't want to marry you. I don't want to be with you, but I need you to snap out of it and attack this one. This one
You're
here.
all Georges.
Attack the
This
bitey
one.
Clooney.
And I'm gonna shoot. Hold on one sec. I just need to look at something real quick.
Yeah. No worries.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna keep shooting the. Actually, no. I'm gonna turn my attention to Blue Bride here
All right.
and start shooting her.
Okay.
Does a 15 hit her?
Yes.
Excellent. That's 6 damage. I'm going to shoot her again.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to assume an 11 does not hit her.
No. Unfortunately.
That's fine.
But as you shoot her, you watch as the Count's head snaps at you and he hisses at you.
JJ, what am I doing here?
He says,
Thanks so much for the host.
says, leave her alone, or you are next.
Gotcha. Big fudge. Dude.
And it's his turn, and he's gonna attempt to bite Derek again, but you have Sanctuary on you, so he has to do it at disadvantage. And he fucking failed. I hate you so much. He goes in for the chomp and just misses by a solid inch because you're a dwarf, shorter than he's used to.
If you're gonna kill somebody, kill them. Don't stand around talking about it.
I see what you did there. Finbar, you're up.
I would like to. Maybe I could like insight check Bryn Clooney.
Yes! Insight check.
George Brinney.
George Bryn. Oh man, and welcome in, Pumpkinberry guys. Thanks so much for the host and raid. We're playing City of Mist in like 30 minutes time, and we're currently fighting an army of George Clooney's right now in D&D. Or at least I am. Having a great time. I'm gonna run an inside check to see if Bryn is in fact actually George Clooney. And an 11.
11. There's something about this George Clooney that isn't quite right. It hasn't mentioned badges within the last 30 seconds.
You're not like all the other Georges.
I would like you also to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Oh boy.
JJ, what am I doing here?
I can try to do that, certainly. Hey, Phoebe Fate's alright again! Let's see. Wisdom saving throws of 13.
13. There's moments where the Clooneys don't look like Clooneys.
Ah! What do they look like?
They look like Derek, Bryn, the hot vampire guy that abducted you, his 2 hot wives.
Gosh. I knew it was impossible. No one can age this well. As my eyes tell me lies, and I'm like, ah! And I get out my. Do I have my sword on me? I've been captured by this
I mean, typically no, but fuck it. Yes.
Okay. I like that attitude. So, Yeah, in this case, I will I will draw my rapier, and the one which Bryn Clooney told me to kill, actually, no, I'm going to cast Thunder Wave, and I just want to kill all the Clooneys in this. Is there anyone in front of me? Enough is enough, George! Ocean's 11 was years ago! And I and I cast a Thunder Wave, which is a DC, goodness knows what, DC 14 Constitution saving throw.
Okay. So I'm going to say, are you aiming it between the three, the brides and the count?
Yeah, if I've got a flash and I have an idea of which Clooney's are real, then I'll try and hit not my friends.
It's important.
Literally every single one of them failed.
Oh, this is good. Okay,
Our clothes, Finbar! Focus on our clothes!
Nobody watched Three Kings, don't worry about it.
Oh my god.
Wow, so specific. Okay,
Hey, do the Clooney's, like, are the Clooney's all, like, sharp Clooney dressed, or do I look like George Clooney in my, like...
Sharp Clooney.
Do I like George Clooney in dress?
I'm throwing espresso in the room.
You all look like George Clooney wearing what you guys normally wear?
Okay, yeah, so I look like George Clooney wearing, like, a lady slayer's clothing. So...
Which means there's a George Clooney in the room that looks like Kate Beckinsale in Van Helsing.
Let it happen. Okay.
Let's roll that damage.
Yeah. Sorry. 2d8 is. Wow. Actually, I rolled 2d10. My bad.
JJ, what am I doing?
They all look the same. Well, thanks so much for the host as well, my friend. Welcome in, guys. 6 damage is all I managed to pull off.
Okay, in your current distressed state, though, that's pretty good.
Yeah, okay. I feel better about that. I do something, and I cast a Thunder Wave, and I try and kill as many George Clooney's in this room as I possibly can. Enough is enough!
As you scream, enough is enough, you cast your Thunder Wave, the illusion is broken. You are free from the Clooney, at least for the time being.
Oh, God. Okay, then I will, that's the end of my turn.
Alright, which will bring us to the Blue Bride, and she is going to shimmy on down next to her partner, and she's going to claw at Hannah. So she'll go there because that's occupying the same square. She's gonna try and hit Hannah. And oh, that'll hit. Whoops. I'm gonna kill an NPC with an NPC.
Yay.
Whoa.
Hot NPC on NPC action. Never stood a chance.
And she's gonna claw again. Oh no, that was a crit. Whoops.
Woo. Get him, coach. Finbar's now reveling in the slaughter of Clooney's. Yes.
So she
Yes.
Kill them. She's taking some heavy hits, and that second one seems to just like scratch her right across the face. She has a huge big gash in her face now. And she's bleeding profusely. Which will bring us to her turn. She's gonna try and swing back at the bride. She's gonna fucking miss. She deserves to die. It's Green Bride's turn. He's gonna come down here, and she's gonna swing at you, Bryn.
Okay.
Does a 12 hit?
Give me 1 second, and I will tell you all about it. No, it does not.
Okay, so the other roll wasn't that high either. So this bride comes up to you, and she's just clawing at you, but her heart's not quite in it. Her nails are too long. She's got the falsies just done, you know, she doesn't get ruined. So she's just kind of like ineffectually flailing at you. It's Marzipan's turn.
All right, Marzipan is gonna run around behind them.
Mm-hmm.
And try to bite the blue bread.
Okay. Nope.
He's gonna not do it, but he will try to claw them.
Nice.
There we go.
Oh, dang!
Ours is
It's gonna happen
big.
again.
11.
11.
Every time Marzipan.
He's it's a pretty hefty hit on this bride, and she's looking pretty rough.
Oh shit, I didn't roll with advantage because the whole point was that whatever, it's fine.
Flanking.
Okay.
Yeah, I was trying to flank.
All right. Which will bring us to Derek. You are still being cuddled.
Excellent. Bonus action spiritual weapon.
Mm-hmm.
To hit the middle Clooney. I'm embracing the Clooney, even though they don't look like Clooney to me. That'll be a 20 to hit with the spiritual weapon.
Sorry, what was that?
Bonus action spiritual weapon, my giant lollipop hammer, will hit the middle, the vampire who's holding me, with a 20 to hit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So that'll do 7 points of force damage.
7 points of force damage. Nice.
And then for my action, I would like to try and break free of the grapple again.
Okie doke.
And I'll say, Return of the Killer Tomatoes was a terrible film. That's it. It's an athletics. 21 to hit.
21. Okay.
21 to hit. 21 to escape the grapple.
You break free of the grapple. You pull yourself away from the warm embrace of the not anymore Clooney, but yeah.
It was never a Clooney to me, but I'm leaning into it.
Yeah, you got it. Be fun way you can. Bryn, you're up.
All right. I am going to throw my spinach at all three of them. Is that possible to do? All the spinach in my bag, just throw it at them.
I'll let that happen.
All right.
Roll a normal attack.
Okay.
Are you proficient with spinach? No.
Oh no! It's a 9!
You rolled for marzipan though.
Oh,
it says
hey,
marzipan.
all right.
So.
Okay, that's my bad. All right, one sec. Why is it not? Oh, because it landed off. All right,
Oops.
all right. Golly.
Yeah.
Jeez Louise. All right. Well, that's a 7. Or
So
not
you
a
keep saying
7.
marzipan,
That's a
not
10.
marzipan.
Also, why is it still marzipan? Why is this happening? You know what? I'm just gonna. Do you want it to be a strength or a dex check?
Some things we'll never know.
Dex.
Okay. There we go. It's a 22.
22. Okay, so Derek, just as you break free and push yourself away from the vampire,
spinach.
you look up to see him looking down at you, and you see he's drawing back as if he's going to claw at you when leaves of wet spinach just on his face.
What?
We broke Susie again.
Sorry, Susie.
Unacceptable sentence.
And you watch as his face turns from anger to confusion to bemusement as these wet
Alas.
leaves just slowly slide down his face and drop off his chin. Roll a d6. You do 4 points of spinach damage.
I told you he's allergic, guys. I told you.
It's not quite what was
Pocket
promised.
spinach.
Smells something.
Okay, which will bring us to his turn, and he's just gonna go. throw it on the floor, and he's gonna point at you, Bryn, and say, "I told you if you did not stop, you would be next." And he's going to attempt to hit you.
Okay.
So try it again. Does a 16 hit you?
Yes, it does.
Okay, he's gonna forego doing damage to grapple you, so you are now grappled.
Okay.
He's hugging you now. Which will bring us to Finbar.
Smell like a sandwich.
I'm so confused by this, but I've cast Thunder Wave, and is there a Clooney in front of me, or at least was a Clooney, now isn't a Clooney?
Yeah, they're in a row in front of you now, like lined up, all three of them.
I'm gonna shoot, but I want to shoot down. I want to run up so I see all of them in a row, and I want to be down in the row of them, and I want to shoot an arrow through all three of them.
All right. Roll your
One
attack.
arrow, 3 Cloonies. like a different movie. Okay, so I rolled a 24 to kill 3 Cloonies.
Okay, roll your damage.
Okay. My damage is fucking D6. How does 9 max points, max damage, 3 to each Clooney is how we could do that.
All right, we'll do 3 to each Clooney.
The triple C's. Yep.
Oh fuck. Okay. So, Derek and Bryn, you're a bit preoccupied with getting chomped on. But you watch as Finbar runs up and screams something about 3 Cloonies, 1 arrow. Takes a shot.
A Clooney kebab.
He lines it up. Whoops, I killed my microphone. And he looses the arrow. And it, sure enough, pierces through all 3 of them. And leaves like a kebab of neck bits on the wall opposite.
I damn you. Bunch of raping bastards.
Okay. So now it's the turn of the Blue Bride. He's gonna hit Hannah again. He's gonna have these 2 NPCs fight each other while you lot do whatever you do. That's a miss. That's a hit. Ooh, that does not look good for her. So Hannah is taking a beating. And she is now mostly covered in blood at this point. Which will bring us to the other bride, who is going to swing at you, Bryn, whilst you're grappled. And she's going to miss. Good job. Marzipan's up.
All right. Marzipan is going to bite the Blue Bride.
Nice.
And he's gonna actually do it this time. 6 damage.
Yeah, he's doing it.
Get him.
And then claw her. Does 11 hit?
No, unfortunately.
Okay. Miss
But
with the claws.
He has her very rough at this point. She is not looking good. Which will bring us to Derek.
Cool. So I'll hit the Blue Bride with my spiritual weapon.
Mm-hmm.
Which is gonna not hit. That's a 10.
Nope.
Nope. And then I'll try and hit Mr. Hansy with my maul.
Go for it.
Did you know that Spy Kids is the only PG film with an R-rated sequel? It's an 11 or something.
Oh my god, that was great. Do you ever just look at your life and think, how did I get here?
All the time.
Bryn, you're up.
Every Thursday.
Okay.
Like clockwork.
I'm gonna cure wounds on Hannah because she's my friend.
All right.
Oh yeah. I just I'm gonna cast it at 2nd level so that I can roll the 2d8, right?
I think so.
Let
I
me
only
look.
played a life cleric for a year. I should know that.
Yeah, 2d8.
I'm currently playing one. I don't know. Literally in this game.
All right.
She recovers 10, and then I get extra attack. I don't know if I can use that to try to break the grapple or no.
You only get an extra attack if you use your
If
attack
I
action.
attack, okay.
Yeah.
All right, no problem. Then that's the end of my turn.
Okie doke. Which will bring us to his turn, and he's going to try to chomp down on you, Bryn. And with a 2, that's going to miss, so he's going to try again. And with a 1, that will miss.
Chill, baby. Damn, I got a dexterous neck. Yeah.
Weird flex, but okay.
Finbar, you're up.
Oh boy. Okay. Well, I triple shot the Cloonies. They didn't die, right?
No, they didn't die.
Okay, I'm gonna do it again.
Looks really close to death.
Okay, I'll do it again. So let's see if this works. +5. Oh, balls. 8. 8 to hit.
It's the Cloonies it's a lot to take in.
It's a whole lot.
Yeah. Also, I forgot.
I try and triple shot the Cloonies again, but it goes wide. Damn it! And I didn't know that, Derek. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, so this guy has legendary actions, which I completely forgot about. So at the end of Finbar's, this is going to shit. The end of Finbar's turn, he's going to turn to Mist and bamf away from the group back up here. And as he does, he says, "Why can't she just leave me alone? I never take more than my full, and less than my share. Can she say the same?" Which will then bring us to the bride's turn, and bride 2 is just going to think terribly about her life choices and try to hit Hannah again, and she's gonna miss. Jesus. Hannah's gonna try and hit the bride back, and she's gonna miss. Green bride is gonna try and hit Bryn, and she's gonna miss. Which will bring us to Marzipan. I
Alright,
rolled
Marzipan.
2 nat 1s in a row and a 2.
Oh, I know those feels if it makes you feel any better. Marzipan is gonna try to bite the blue bride and miss. Then he's gonna try to claw her
And miss. Very, very action-packed. Derek, you're up.
Mm-hmm.
So there we go. Oh, did I get an attack opportunity when he moved away from me, by the way?
He turned to mist.
Oh,
Yeah, he turned to mist.
didn't he? Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
then
You can move up to speed without provoking
Fuck it.
opportunity.
I'll ignore the blue people and go straight to him. If they want
Okay.
to try and attack me, it's going to be a disadvantage.
See if they, let's try that again. One of them was a 16.
That'll hit.
Okay, that'll hit. It's the claw. The claw. You take 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
Cool,
one just-
that's fine. Was that the blue one or the green one that hit me?
It was the green one.
Green one. Alright, then spiritual weapon's going to hit that bitch.
Okay.
No, it isn't. That's going to be a 15 to hit with the spiritual weapon. Oh, cool. So that's going to be 7 points of force damage, and then
nice.
I'll maul at vampire dude. Say, Gravity was just a film about an unhappy woman who had a terrible time in space and survived against the odds. And that's going to be a 14 to hit.
That doesn't hit, unfortunately.
We're
Trivia
hoping
night
that
with
words
Derek.
wounded him.
Yeah.
I'm full of Josh trivia.
He just goes, his IMDb page open.
No, it's just up here.
Alright, so that's gonna bring us back to Bryn.
Alright. I'm going to shoot Dracula Man.
Do it.
I'm gonna miss, but I'm gonna do it again. And miss again.
Yes.
Well,
Okay.
this could take a while.
This fight is going so well.
It will take us back to his turn. And he's going to attempt to charm somebody. He will reach out towards Finbar. And I need you
How
to
did
make
I know?
I need you to make a wisdom saving throw, please. Although is it?
well.
Nope, you're a half elf.
Oh,
I did roll a
Can't
nat
be-
20.
You can't be charmed anyway. You're half elf.
Ha!
but also not 20.
Get fucked.
Also a nat 20.
Both these
For a
things
moment.
working with me.
For a moment, he gestures towards you, Finbar, and his face becomes that of George Clooney, but you are like, not today, bitch. Before he turns back, the vampire.
Again. Never again.
But it is now your turn.
Oh shit! I have like nothing useful in combat. I'll go to him and hit him with a sword
All right.
and see if that works. 20 to hit.
Yep.
For 7 points of piercing damage.
Nice.
Ha! No, Clooney, not today. And that's all I can do. I'm stupid useless in combat.
Okay. Right to nope. Yes. She lightly slaps Hannah with that fucking damage roll.
A bit kinky when she does it. It's not like effective at all. Wait a minute, what's going on?
Hit her back and gets a crit.
Sounds at all.
Nice.
Oh shit.
So Hannah, steps forward, takes her sword, walks right up to her, says, "Not today," and plunges her sword deep in her chest, and you watch as she, much like Mariska, the other bride, begins to bubble and scream, and she just poof, explodes into a puff of dust. And she is gone.
There's a woman I fake married.
And
Marriage!
of the green bride. So we're still going to try and swing at you, Bryn.
Okay.
With a 22 to hit.
Yeah, that's gonna do it.
However, you only take
Thanks.
5 points of bludgeoning damage.
Alrighty.
Okay, Marzipan.
Marzipan is now going to go and flank the green bread.
Okie doke. Are we gonna bring the pain?
Oh, yeah. I can roll with advantage now, right? Since we're on the other side of her?
Sure.
Okay. Does a 13 do it?
Marzipan, please.
How about, 17?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, big
5.
5 damage.
Nice. Okay, she's looking pretty rough. She's being harried. Which will bring us back, bring us to Derek.
I'm running out of Clooney insults. Spiritual weapon on the green chick
Uh-huh.
will be a 19 to hit.
That'll hit.
So that is 7 points of force damage.
7. Nice, nice.
And then Maul against not Clooney. Why the fuck did you put nipples on a bat suit, you monster? And I miss.
You miss. You guys don't do the trivia, man. It's killing your rolls. Bryn, you're up.
Alright, I'm gonna shoot Dracula.
Do it. Get him.
22.
That'll do it.
Beautiful. For 4 damage. And I'm gonna shoot him again. Oh, there it is. For 10 damage.
Bren, why'd you want to shoot this guy?
Right in his eyeball. No, the heart. The heart. I changed my mind. The heart. The heart.
He's a vampire!
Is that your final answer?
Funny friend. Ask the audience.
Final answer.
Okay. Locked in. Okay,
We
so
don't really
Bren,
get that.
you take your aim, and you aim for his heart, and 2 arrows thunk thunk into his chest, and you watch as he drops to his knees, and he looks at you all. He says, "Now you will become what you have hunted so passionately. May others be as passionate in their hunting of you." Before he turns to dust, and the only thing that remains is a gold amulet with 2 red ruby drops. And as that clinks to the floor, and Finbar, your Clooney nightmare is over, the other bride explodes into a cloud of dust. That is where we will end our session tonight.
That was for Solaris.
Ooh, that was for Solar. Oh my god, I can't believe it's over.
What an interesting episode this evening.
What a yes. What an emotionally draining. Honestly, I'd like to. So I think we know there's no one else to blame except for yourself for what happened tonight.
I'll see y'all later.
Well, you see
Go
next
sit
week.
down under the shower, hugging my knees.
See, next week is the finale, so somehow Susie has to top this next week. Yeah, big thank you to Twitter and Vecna for all of the Clooney-based memery which took place tonight. I have a strong suspicion that it's by no means over, with Finbar's now madness and turning into a honey badger. Maybe I'll take a druid level or something like that. But holy shit, we do have City of Mist coming up here in just a few minutes' time. The King's Hustle, if you guys came in from Blue Jay, PVs, or Mad Morph's raids, then you're about to see them in a couple of minutes' time. Let's give away a set of tabletop loot dice as well. If you guys don't know, we give away a set of dice. Type !loot there in the chat. Every game we give one away. But let's go around the cast and the crew. Did we enjoy ourselves tonight? And of course, where can we find you guys online? Let's start with Susie. How was... What was that? What was that?
I don't know. But I feel like a broken woman after it, so I assume that was good. I hope it was worth it. No, I had a blast. It was funny as always. You guys are incredible. You've just run with my shit. Chat, obviously, making it as beautiful as ever. But yeah, you can find me at Susanna Grace, basically everywhere. Twitch, Twitter, Tumblr, DeviantArt, YouTube. It's Susanna with one N. Otherwise, a sweet American lady gets very confused when people send her shitposts. So, but yeah, that's where you can find me. That's it.
Good stuff.
I don't know.
And Oxy, how was that tonight for you?
That was a good time. That was a very good time. Chill baby damn, I got a dexterous neck is not a thing that I ever expected to say. But tonight I did it. Anyway, I'm Zero Doxy. You can find me at twitch.tv/ZER0DOXY. Please come watch me.
Alrighty. And Chris.
That was the most fun I've had in a long time. That was awesome. I really want you to pick a Clooney film for next week, Susie. Hello.
Yeah.
I'm Chris, aka Pangalactic on the Twitters. I am the world's foremost expert on shitty George Clooney films, and I run a D&D resources website called Loot the Room. You can find it at loottheroom.uk, and I publish stuff on the DM's Guild that you can buy with your real money.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, that's on our bombshell of a Clooney episode. Come back next week for the finale to see what happens on the final episode of The Order. Until next time, my friends, try not to roll too many nat ones. We want to be laughing when you do. Good night, everybody. Bye. Watch out for Clooney.